शक्ति। मैं आत्मा बिंदु स्वरूप हूँ। ओम शांति। I am a sparkling, very tiny, subtle point of light. I am in the middle of the center of the forehead. I set myself on this seat and create the awareness that within the soul, everything is merged. And as much I am in awareness that I am soul, and I have to remember, Baba, then what emerges is of quality, of Satogun. There are a lot of virtues which emerge. But if I am not in that awareness, then many old sanskars emerge. And then those sanskars make us act, make us think, make us talk, which also is not of virtues. They are like subtle influence. So this practice is very important. Very often during the just merge everything. Mind in silence, intellect in silence, and create the awareness I am a dot. I have to use full stop. I am point of light. With this awareness, whatever will emerge, I will play my part accordingly. Not being in the awareness of a dot. Will emerge many sanskars which are not useful. So awareness helps us to merge and then to emerge. In a very natural way, everything get merged. So I need to pay attention. I need to practice becoming a dot, creating the awareness of I as a being of light and love. I am a peaceful being, child of God. Om Shanti.
संगम युग में प्यारे बाबा, संगम युग में प्यारे बाबा, हमें आपसे बेहद प्यार मिला, मिला, हमें आपसे बेहद प्यार मिला। आजकल बहुत अच्छा पुरुषार्थ है और कल थोड़ा सा परसेंटेज कम हो गई, तो क्या सदा सहज कहेंगे? कहेंगे सदा सहज योगी हो या कभी मुश्किल योगी कभी सहज हो? और मुश्किल बनाते कौन है? स्वयं ही बनाते हो ना। कारण क्या? सोचने की तो आदत है, लेकिन स्मृति स्वरूप की संस्कार कब इमर्ज रखते हो, कभी मर्ज हो जाए, क्योंकि स्मृति स्वरूप समृद्ध स्वरूप, सोचना स्वरूप और समृद्धि स्वरूप नहीं है। स्मृति समृद्धि, विस्मृति में क्यों आ जाते हो? क्यों आते हो? आदत है, आदत से मजबूर हो जाते हो। अगर मजबूत नहीं तो मजबूर हो, जहाँ मजबूत है वहाँ मजबूरी नहीं। जब ओरिजिनल आदत विस्मृति की नहीं है, आत्मे स्मृति स्वरूप प्रालब्ध प्राप्त करने वाली देवात्माएं हो, योग लगाने का पुरुषार्थ नहीं करते, लेकिन स्मृति स्वरूप की प्रालब्ध प्राप्त करते, तो आत्मे भी समृद्धि स्वरूप का प्रत्यक्ष जीवन है और अनादि आत्मा। जब आप परम धाम से आए तो आप विशेष आत्माओं के संस्कार सदैव समृद्धि स्वरूप।
ओम शांति। Now do service with your elevated state of the mind and your subtle attitude. Become fast in effort for the self. Now become fast in effort for the self, for only then will the Maya of others be easily chased away through your vibrations, attitude, and pure feelings. If you go into why and what, then neither your Maya nor the Maya of others will go away. Your form, your attitude, and your vision should transform souls. They may come crying, but let them leave in a state of wonder. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 9. Now do service with your elevated state of the mind and your subtle attitude. Today's topic: become fast in effort for the self. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Okay, well, yes, everyone. It's so lovely to see all of you every day. Mm. And everyone looks so full, so much absorbed in learning, attaining your eternal stage. Baba wants us to make fast efforts. So many people ask, what is fast effort? So what Baba wants us, that awareness should always be in the emerge form, not just keep thinking. One is to think I am peaceful, I am loveful, or I have to be in my original stage. I keep thinking. But Baba says there is difference between embodiment of thinking and embodiment of awareness. Sochna and Savirti. And I like today when I was listening to a big Dada and also old Murli of 70, that awareness emerges right kind of sanskars. And Baba gave example that there are two kinds of evil spirits. One is souls entering into the body of other souls. But second is suddenly a strong sanskar from the past emerges. Either it is a desire or sometimes of frustration, sometimes of anger, sometimes like you start remembering past all the time. Now that's Baba is calling also as evil spirit. So what Baba is saying, as is the awareness, the quality of sanskars which will emerge will be based on that. And that is what Baba is calling as that awareness is power. So what do I want? What kind of sanskar should I want? So what attention we all need to pay again and again to awareness. If I sit and say, oh, this happened, that happened, this happened, so so what happens? Then what kind of sanskars emerge? Hmm. So that is why Simriti is thinking, remembering. So always, always remember how many good things have happened to you. I was given help, I was protected, all good things happen in your life. Even there were some difficult situations, but those you learn from those situations. Yeah. You became mature, you became more sensible, you gain a lot of experience. Yeah. So generally we say be positive, think positive, but this is more as uh, always, always think about how people had been so good to you. Everywhere you went, you had so much, received so much love. So what you're thinking, that energy, that power of love, because I experienced love. But just the change, some always think what didn't go right for them or how people didn't cooperate. I went and I was not given that respect. So why should we remember things which we didn't like? Generally, you should remember what you like, right? So at least I keep underlining that don't allow any kind of awareness from the past memories which are not good ones. Because life is always like that. Sometimes there is darkness, you just turn on light. So sometimes it does happen in life uh, that you were settling some karmic account or but how do I make best experience from that is very important. Okay, body is not well, but how nicely doctors took care of it, how much the family cared for me. You can think of those things which can bring happiness to you. So I'm saying it because I feel it's very important for all of us to, that is what I like when yesterday Baba said, you have to be knowledgeful and powerful. So knowledgeful in the sense of past was past, some settling had to happen. But what should I remember? What should be my awareness is like remembrance, which can keep me with all powers in me. And when you have all powers, that's fast effort, right? Even someone else has Maya. Baba says, but if you don't have questions or doubts, why this happened, why this is happening, why this is not happening, all the time keep thinking like this. Instead, just saying, I'm so fortunate Baba came in my life. I'm so fortunate to have such beautiful and lovely family. So always kind of think about, create the awareness of all best you have in the life. And I'm sure you should write down all that. But even Baba comes and tells us so many good things. You were deities, you are fortunate, you are at confluence age, your life is most valuable. Keep thinking like that, keep thinking. It's creating awareness. And then the sanskars which will emerge in you of joy, of happiness, of love, of belonging, all good sanskars. Because we have those sanskars in us. Mm. But if you keep thinking about what didn't go well, or nobody loves me, I was not treated well. So what kind of sanskars will emerge? Lot of sorrow, very weak inside. So somewhere the shift, change of habit of thinking, what you're thinking, how you're thinking, makes life completely different. So the homework which Baba is giving us is also very good. That make past efforts, and from there, uh, your image, your attitude, your drishti, everything should be free from Maya. And Maya Baba calling is questioning, doubtful. Why this one has to do that to me? Why this one had to do this? Or why this happened? So when Baba talks about transformation, in what way? This habit of thinking, immediately change it. No, I shouldn't think about it because all that emerges, no? All those experiencing feelings, and then again it becomes sanskar. Then again you will think. So why not just change it at that time? Because whole thing, when you change your thoughts, you will have awareness will change, and then everything around you will change. Baba said, even if someone comes with distress, will go back very happy. So fast effort means transform. Transform quickly at that same moment. Because when you are thinking, then sanskars emerging, then you are talking, then others are listening, then they getting into that. That's why, like yesterday when Baba said, just only knowledge in the intellect, only talk about knowledge. Just be knowledgeful and powerful. That is called fast efforts, right? So, with determination, love for Baba, keeping our aim of life, we bring the transformation and have many, many beautiful experiences by becoming the embodiment of awareness of my original self also. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Shanti, everyone. It's so lovely to be here with you. I first wanted to start with something Baba said in the Murli today about royalty of purity. In the slogan, he was talking about royalty of purity, and I always wanted to know what the details of that was. Why does he always say royalty of purity?
Because there are no desires. So, because there are no desires, my intellect, my eyes are not wandering. So, I'm very, very, there is a lot of contentment. And contentment brings lot of joy. So, what is visible on your face is lot of joy, contentment. And I think that is the life, right? That means when others look at that, they say, wow, that's what I should live like. And we can, and we should actually. So the royalty, you don't look at ordinary things, don't pick up ordinary things like royal people. So when you have purity, Baba said, you don't look at the weakness of anyone. That's your royalty. And you don't kind of just keep reminding people of petty things which happen, because that's not royalty. Or you keep complaining about things, that's not royalty. So we don't do all that. when there is purity, we don't keep questioning everything. We don't have doubts. So purity, all this is because of purity. And that's our personality of royalty, right?
Right.
People are surprised to look at us sometimes and they don't know what it is, but they do immediately feel these are different people and, you know, that
Right.
royalty is visible.
Mm. The next question is from the blessing, and I'll talk about what you said today in a minute. Baba was saying that we harmonizing sanskaras is like the highest service. And so I was thinking how best, like, let's say I'm faced with a situation with someone who I don't agree with what they think, maybe they, the way they are, or maybe they're not totally following Baba's directions. How do you harmonize sanskaras with someone like that?
Harmonize doesn't mean you agree to everything, right? But you don't need to be in conflict with anyone. These souls need some help. So you set example, you do the right things, and I'm sure they will be inspired to do what is right. There will be definitely change in them. If there are one car from Toyota, one from Ford, the two are different, but what's the problem? They both are on the road, they both run. It's not necessarily they collide and say, no, it's not right, Honda is not right, Toyota is right. So every soul has different sanskar, different part. I want to help, I want that soul to be good, but why to conflict? No, what is there to confront that soul? Or, sometimes we say things to the soul. I don't have to create a conflict. That's what I feel. So
Mm.
just have love, be friendly, and keep spreading your fragrance of good virtues.
So the trick is not to say anything. We
Hmm?
don't need to agree, but don't say anything.
See, we all both have to agree to Baba, not between us. Right?
Right.
We agree what Baba says, and we should always make that sure that it's not necessarily we both agree, but at least we both should agree what Baba says. Right?
Right.
If
Right.
that we don't do, then also it's all right. No, I have to be what I am. I don't see any reason for conflict there. But also, I think that gradually that harmony naturally comes. There is a saying you cannot clap with one arm, right? One
Right.
hand.
Right.
It's only with both. So if I am not ready to clap, what will other do? But if
Right.
I say no, I want to, then it's conflict. So conflict in the life with anyone is the nature, it's not necessary. It's like our nature to go and just hit that soul by saying something or correcting that soul all the time, whatever way. So I am creating that conflict, but there is no conflict.
I'm creating the conflict because of my own sanskaras, my own need to correct, my own need to be right.
I is the big ego there,
Right.
big,
Right.
big conflict.
Right. Very interesting. Thank you, Didi.
No, because sometimes even if we have to explain something to someone, but we shouldn't use word, I am trying to teach that one. Because why should I learn from you? I will learn from Baba.
Right. You should learn from
It's just
Baba.
a very subtle thing. I remember one time we were in a little accident in Mount Abu, and this brother will say, let me go and teach that person. Explain to them. I said, what you going to explain at this time? No, in the sense of this whole thing of I can teach, I have to teach, I have to teach. You don't have to teach. You do and you tell, right? And those who have to learn, they learn. Those who don't have to learn, they won't learn, right? So I
Right.
think we have to be a little more humble. then also there won't be any conflict.
Hmm. Yes. Yes. If we learn humility, then there's no conflict.
Yeah, I don't get bothered by difference of opinion, things like whatever everyone is. What I have to be, follow Srimad, do things accurately, and be example for others. No,
Right.
be gentle, be humble. That's what Baba had been saying. Yeah.
I have a question from yesterday's Murli. In yesterday's Murli, in the English translation, I didn't read the Hindi one, I read the English one. Shiv Baba kept saying, I send you home, I, give you knowledge, I take you here or there. So I really like when Baba does that because I feel I'm understanding what God is thinking in that moment. What was God thinking in that moment? My question is, can I say that God is thinking those thoughts in this moment also? It's not just when Baba spoke this Sakar Murli that Baba was thinking those thoughts, that Baba is thinking those thoughts even now.
See, being and doing, they are consistent, right? That means Baba is one who is Karaman, right? Whether he is, but that's what he is, and he does, right? So that means him, you don't need to think you are that, no? So we cannot say that he is not thinking. It depends on the words which you are using. So Baba is now thinking, oh, I am Karan Karamanhar, let me go and help this soul. But he is Karan Karamanhar, so he will help.
Right.
You understand? He doesn't need to think.
Right. Right.
Baba doesn't need to think. As you saying that whatever he's saying is still thinking at this moment what he is saying. But that's what he is, right? So we will get what he is because that's what he is and he does. You understand what I am and what I do? I don't have
So
to.
there is what I think, what I am, and what I do.
It's
So Baba,
natural.
there's no I think for Baba, just what he is and what he does.
Yeah, because for us we have difference. Sometimes the way we think we don't do, right? So when they both are same, thinking and doing, then you don't need to think really. It's all is natural, automatic, right?
So what is like, let's say in this moment, what do you think Baba is and doing?
He is ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of bliss, Karan Karavana, purifier. Any praise you say, that's what he is. So it's not he's thinking I am purifier. So I have to go and purify. He is purifier. So anyone who will think of Baba or his vibrations will be purifying everyone. So that's what we need to become, right?
Yes, yes. It's a very important distinction. Like think, do, am. Baba is just am and do, no think.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
Right,
Mm.
right.
That is why sometimes they say you think and God acts. No, in a sense, he
Mm.
doesn't need to think; he just acts.
Right, right. So, what special way are you remembering Baba these days?
I think that there shouldn't be any effort in remembering. So just be in love with Baba. And many times Sari Janki used to say, I also, because one gets tired, no, all the time, effort, effort, effort. So I say, just go and sit next to Baba. So that's what I do in the morning. Baba is the supreme light. I am also light. I go and sit next to light. I don't have to churn and then keep thinking and, just create that awareness. I am elevated soul sitting next to Baba. Or Baba, I'm just Baba is looking at me, Baba is giving drishti to me. So I make it very natural, easy. It's like you will have father at home. So
Right.
what will you do? You don't just keep praising Baba. Father, you are like this. You feel the presence of the Father,
Yes.
any relationship. So I really just kind of create it and keep feeling Baba's presence. Baba is taking care. Baba is with me. Baba is responsible. So that's my remembrance at this time.
That's wonderful, Didi. Thank you. A few days back, you shared that we should have these small practices for
Yeah.
remembrance, for increasing our remembrance. So every Murli, I have been taking notes because every Murli I noticed, especially Sakar Murlis, Baba gives at least one small practice that we can increase our remembrance with. And so it's been very nice.
Of 90, Murli of 90s, 2 days Baba had been saying, consider yourself to be a point. And like whenever I look at a soul as a point, I see a lot of light. Oh, I say this one is angel. And it was so beautiful to see the face sparkling. And then I said, oh, angel, but is becoming deity. So I thought, why Baba keeps saying it? And second aspect of being point is past,
Right.
full stop. So,
Right.
so I had been doing that since 2 days, Baba, today and yesterday, Baba said, practice this, stop. Because as a point, I can go in silence, right? And silence is like recharging. Silence is like filling yourself. Silence is like erasing whatever is past. Silence does a lot. And as a point, I can be in silence, right? So this practice I have taken.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Uh,
We have time for one more question.
Yes.
Um, So you were saying that if you are experiencing something, that we change it instantly. We change whatever is going on. We don't dwell on it, that the smriti changes right away. I wanted you to tell us a time when you saw Baba do this, where something was going on, Baba changed his smriti right away. How did Baba put that into practice?
Which Baba? Brahma.
I'm guessing Shiv Baba doesn't need to do that practice. Brahma Baba.
I think that if you are making effort, you are changing, right? In the sense of Brahma Baba didn't need to do anything drastically, because he was so consistent in maintaining the awareness. That means instead of like my attention goes to anything which you are doing is not right. And immediately I just say, I don't have to look at anyone's weakness. As soon as I remind myself, the change will happen. But if I keep seeing, then I talk about it. So the sanskars are becoming stronger. So instantly change that awareness. No, that means you are not possessed by your thinking, that we can't stop it there, or even speaking somewhere. That is why I like this practice of being a dot, being a point.
Mm,
So I think that it's a quick change, you know. It's even like you find uh, someone is sad. Now what you do? You don't join that sadness, right?
of course,
Right?
yes.
You try to talk about something joyful, something good, some kind of success, something inspiring, right? So how you do it, you want the sad person to be happy, or even for yourself. Like some days, if you're resting during day, which is not very good too, you get up and like you are lost. or in the morning if you wake up little later, it's like some kind of, so instantly how to awaken yourself, make your energy come back or make yourself happy. So you have to do instantly. You can't just, sit and say, oh, I'm sad now, I have low energy, then increase energy. Like for
Right.
body, when you
Right.
don't feel very energy, you start thinking, what can I eat? What can I drink? Right? And immediately we go and take a glass of juice. Same is for the soul. It's like some energies are affecting the soul. And today, Baba said, a lot of deep sanskars are also like evil spirits and they suddenly attack you. So I could change it. And if I don't, I will be the victim of that and I will lose it. There is one person was very good person. In the end, I don't know, it was her sanskar or someone did something that all the sisters say that she's saying things which she never said whole life. So they could see it's the influence, So that means if we are not alert in changing, then you can remain influenced.
Right. Right.
And then you can say things or do things which you have never done because you are allowing those sanskars to govern you and operate through you. So
Hmm.
it's a destination, it's a pilgrimage where we have to be very careful. They give example that when a ship stops or train stops, right? So there are many vendors, pakoda le lo, tea le lo, this le lo. So some people, when we were not in knowledge, let's eat this, let's drink it. And then we see some people running because train has already left, right? So we have to also see that we remain more
Our
consistent.
pilgrimage, our train pilgrimage, where it's going, the pilgrimage train of remembrance, that it doesn't stop anywhere. We don't get sidetracked and keep going.
If you have to stop for a minute, you don't want to get in the train. So train leaves, no? That
Right.
could happen also with us. So no
Right.
desires, as Baba said.
No desires, no desires. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, Didi. But I love what you said about Brahma Baba, that it was never sudden things. With Baba, it was always very steady, consistent practice.
Let's say to remember that Baba is with me, so there will be victory. No, that was so much in Brahma Baba that even when he was just few years in knowledge, he could smile seeing the things happening. Picketing is happening and he's standing and watching and smiling. Little children are being taken away or they don't want to go. So because he knew that victory is with children and also with me, that's called Simriti, right?
Right.
It's not you doing something big, but whatever Baba has told you at the right time, think about that and stay in that thought. So he could smile. Our smile disappears very quickly, right? But not Brahma Baba's. Even
Right.
in the very challenging, very adverse situation, he was smiling. And naturally, when people look at that smile, some things, but they must be touched by something, right?
Yes.
Or is drama. Our dadis were so firm in drama, very firm. So their stage was not only unshakable, but very cheerful also.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presence,
Okay.
Didi. I
Okay, sure.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Shanti, sir. देखो
Welcome to a Vikti journey sharing from ancestors.
तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बाबा की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बड़ों के आशीषों की ये तो मेहरबानी है, मीठे सुरों की बनी सरगम सबको सुनानी है।
इसलिए इसमें ही हमने अपने को दे दिया
है
दुनियावी लाइफ नहीं। दुनियावी लाइफ तो बेकारी लाइफ है, ये पवित्रता की लाइफ हमको बहुत अच्छी लगी। तो फादर को भी मना कर दिया कि हम मैरिज नहीं करेंगे, हम बाबा की होकर के रहेंगे। बाबा हमेशा कहता था पहले तो आपको निश्चय चाहिए, निश्चय आत्मक बुद्धि विजयंती। तो निश्चय रखना जरूरी है, फाउंडेशन है निश्चय। निश्चय के आधार से पवित्रता जीवन धारण सहज हो सकेंगे। निश्चय नहीं है, न सेल्फ में निश्चय, न बाप में निश्चय, तो डगमग होती है, फिर वो दुनिया खींचती है। भाई ये निश्चय है कि भगवान हमको पढ़ा रहे हैं। और ड्रामा, मम्मा को ड्रामा बहुत याद आता था। जो कुछ होता है ड्रामा प्लान अनुसार, बनी बनाई बन रही, अब कुछ बननी ना है। मम्मा को याद है कि मेरा पार्ट इसमें है और मेरे को सारे विश्व का कल्याण करना है, ये लक्ष्य रखा। तब तो विश्व की महारानी बनी। विश्व का कल्याण कैसे करे? पहले तो मुख से आनी बोले, वो भी थोड़े, पर तो मनसा मम्मा ने बहुत सेवा की। मनसा से सारे वर्ल्ड का चक्कर लगाती थी। सवेरे सवेरे उठ करके 2:30 बजे सारी दुनिया की आत्मा को इमर्ज करके सकाश देती थी। बाबा से सकाश लेना और दुनिया को सकाश देना। इसमें मामा का साक्षात्कार कईयों को हुआ, बाबा का साक्षात्कार कईयों को घर बैठे हुआ। तो खींच खींच करके यज्ञ में आने लगी। बांडेलियों का भी पाठ बहुत चला, संघर्ष बहुत चला, क्योंकि स्त्री पुरुष है। पुरुष कहे कि हमको तो विकार चाहिए, बहन कहती है मैं तो ज्ञान अमृत पीऊंगी। तो झगड़ा तो चलता था, लेकिन अभी दोनों इकट्ठे चलते हैं तो शांति, घर स्वर्ग बन जाता है। जहाँ पवित्रता है वहीं सुख शांति है, जहाँ अपवित्रता है, विकार है, तो दुख है, शांति है। तो जब भाइयों ने भी ये रियलाइज किया तो घर बैठे दोनों युगल है, लेकिन बीच में ज्ञान की तलवार आ गई ना, समझ आ गई, तो दोनों ही पहुंच रहे और घर घर स्वर्ग बनने लगा। तो बाबा ने कहा यहाँ मेरे बच्चे जो आते हैं ब्रह्मा कुमार ब्रह्मा कुमारी बनते हैं, उनकी भी कभी कभी माया की प्रवेशता हो जाती है। तो कौन सा उसको ऐसा देवे जिसमें पक्के रहे। तो भाई भाई की दृष्टि, तुम भी आत्मा, तुम भी आत्मा, आत्मा आत्मा सब है। तो उसमें विकार की दृष्टि तो जा नहीं सकती। तो ये बाबा ने अभ्यास कराया। तो कभी कभी माया प्रवेश होती है, क्योंकि हम सभी की युद्ध चलती है माया के साथ में। देखें ये पक्का है या नहीं है, माया भी तो परीक्षा लेती है। तो अंत तक बाबा कहते ये परीक्षा आएंगी। जैसे वो सर्प और सीढ़ी का खेल देखे न, लूटा आता है तो वो चलते चलते है, सीढ़ी आती है तो पुरुषार्थ की सीढ़ी आती है तो चढ़ जाते हैं, और सर्प आया उसने फिर नीचे गिरा दिया। तो 100 है उसमें मार्क्स, 98 पर भी एक सर्प बैठा है। जहां तक जीना है, ये संग लेना है, अमृत पीना है, इसलिए फिर बीच बीच में जब ये परीक्षा पेपर आता है तो कहीं नीचे गिर जाती है। फिर बाबा कहते थे देखो 25 वर्ष वाला, चलते चलते माया आ गई, भागंती हो गया। अरे भगवान पर आते थे, तुम भागंती क्यों हुए? तो कईयों का भी निमित्त वो बन जाता है। तो इसलिए बाबा कहते हैं ये पढ़ाई है ऊंचे ते ऊंची, कोटों में कोई, कोई में कोई, कोई में कोई पास होता है। इसलिए 8 की माला, फिर 108 की माला, फिर 16,000 की माला, फिर 9 लाख की माला। अभी भी दादी कहती है 9 लाख कहाँ तैयार हुए? आप तो आएंगे ना माला में सभी, बोलो आप आएंगे माला में? हाँ, कौन सा नंबर लेंगे? कौन सा नंबर लेंगे? 8 में या 108 में?
निराली शान है, दिल तख्त पर हमें रख लिया, खुद से ऊंचा मान देकर नाम दिल पर लिख लिया। ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, जिंदगी जीने की हमको एक नई तदबीर दी, आपने बाबा हमें।
Avik Murlis from 1969, inspiring us to change from Brahmin to angel.
Avyaktvani, 24th of July 1970. How to create the point stage easily. Whatever happens, check whether it is right or not. Is it like Babdadas or not? So when you check this difference at every moment, you will be able to apply a knot and a dot within a second. If you don't have to do it, you have to apply a dot. And if you do have to do that, you will begin to do that. So you have to keep knot and dot in your awareness too. The difference and the mantra will both take place in a practical way. If you do not forget either of them, no problem or evil spirit will be able to oppose you. The problems will be burnt away in 1 second. Evil spirits will not be able to remain in front of you. So you have to make this effort. Do you understand? What is the form of evil spirits? Their very clear form is shown when they enter specific souls. However, evil spirits also have an incognito form. While moving along, you are able to see an especially bad sanskara of someone in its influential form. The effect of that will be that that soul's head will 1 minute say one thing and the next minute it will say something else. And he will say it with a lot of force. His stage will not be stable in one stage. Such a soul will distress himself and also cause distress for others. It is easy to recognize and move away from evil spirits that come in a very clear form, but evil spirits do not come in front of you in a clear form that often. They come in an incognito way a lot more. So in ordinary words, you say, his head seems a little crazy. However, there is such a force of evil, that is, of bad sanskaras at that time, that that soul is just like an evil spirit. Just as evil spirits cause a lot of trouble, in the same way, such souls also cause a lot of trouble. This will happen a lot more. This is why you were told to create a saving scheme to save your time, your thoughts, and your power, and in between to increase the stage of stabilizing in the point form. The more you have the stage of the point form, the less the evil spirits or the force of evil sanskaras will attack you. And your Shakti form will liberate such souls. You also have to do this service. You also have to liberate evil spirits, because it is now the end of the final moments. And so the evil spirits and the evil sanskaras will reach their extremity and then finish. All the rubbish will come out and be burnt away. So then how would you be able to confront all those problems if you're not liberated from your own problems? This is why you are told to create a saving scheme and put it into a practical form, for only then will you be able to save yourself and all other souls. Explaining to someone or giving a lecture is not the only service. The form of service will now continue to become very subtle, and so increase the stage of your subtle form. All of this will be revealed, and then it will disappear. Before it disappears, it will first be revealed. Only then will it disappear. Service has to increase to such an extent that each of you has to carry out the work of 10. How many arms do they show the Shaktis with? The meaning of arms is to be a helper in service to that extent. Pandavas think that the arms are only of Shaktis. Do you know how the Pandavas have been shown? They're shown as very tall. This too is a sign of the Pandavas being helpers. It is not a tall body, but a tall intellect. The Pandavas running ahead means that the Shaktis move ahead too. To keep the Shaktis in the front is a sign of their race. Acha. Om Shanti.
Now do service with your elevated state of the mind and your subtle attitude. Become fast in effort for the self. Now become fast in effort for the self. For only then will the Maya of others be easily chased away. Through your vibrations, attitude, and pure feelings. If you go into why and what, then neither your Maya nor the Maya of others will go away. Your form, your attitude, and your vision should transform souls. They may come crying, but let them leave in a state of wonder.
अब अपने श्रेष्ठ मनसा द्वारा सूक्ष्म वृत्तियों से सेवा करो। स्व पुरुषार्थ में तीव्र बनो। अब स्व पुरुषार्थ में तीव्र बनो, तब आपके वाइब्रेशन से, वृत्ति से, शुभ भावना से दूसरे की माया सहज भाग जाएंगी। अगर क्यों क्या में जाएंगे तो ना आपकी माया जाएंगी ना दूसरे की जाएंगी। आपकी मूर्त, आपकी वृत्ति, आपकी दृष्टि आत्मा को परिवर्तन कर ले, हाय हाय करते आवे और वहां वहां लेकर जाए। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.